We're lacing up. Sunday, long run. No motivation. Seriously. Training block is not always fun. It's not always fun, I'm telling you. But, and that's the point here. We're on a mission. We're doing this here for the Osaka Marathon 2026. The goal is to run faster than 3 hours and 45 minutes. And for that, we have to get it done. Let's go. Leaving the house, not really being motivated, and now arriving at the beach. Even when it's wavy, it's actually really nice. Ooh. Let me show you that. It's really nice. Hasn't been that windy for a long time actually. Yesterday it was super nice, 25 degrees Celsius during the afternoon, mid of December, crazy. But we had the temperature drop during night. Now it's covered. My hands are actually really cold. Yes. So what is this episode all about here today? I'm taking you with me today. That long run we have in front of us, 1 hour and 40 minutes. Well, it's not really a long run, but let's say an extended easy session, 5 minutes warm up in heart rate zone 1, followed by 1 hour 25 minutes in heart rate zone 2. Maybe I have 10 minutes faster finish at the end, or I just continue in heart rate zone 2, depends. So 1 hour and 40 minutes should be the goal here for today. I wouldn't mind if it's 1 hour and 30 minutes. Who cares? This is the recovery week here after the Naha Marathon, where we just achieved to run another sub 4. And this is what I'd like to talk about. Yes, training here for marathons, but especially training for sub 4 marathon time. What's the beauty of running? Let me ask you that question. What is the beauty of running? Running, actually, my opinion, is not time related. Now you ask yourself, what is he talking about? Well, let me break this down during the run. I'm going to talk about the beauty of running, and especially the training we are doing here to achieve sub 4. We did it last year in Hokkaido. We did it this year in Berlin, Chicago, and just recently, a week ago, at the Naha Marathon 2025. You probably want to know why this is possible, how this is possible, and what it actually takes to get you there. Well, talking about the training, actually, the sub 4 training itself needs to be cut into pieces, 3 pieces. First, I'm going to talk about your goals. First, it starts with your goal that you need to set up. If this hasn't been done yet, you don't need to start with your training. And then, of course, once your goal is set up, you have to start with your training. You actually then start running and trying to get better and better and better, and maybe then at the end of a training block you then are actually physically ready to manage a sub 4. After your training block, the marathon itself must be executed in the way that it's actually possible to run a sub 4. You would be able to do it physically, but you still haven't done it yet. So it needs execution at the end. Let's say after 16, 18 or 20 weeks of, let's say daily commitment, the daily grind, all that kind of stuff that belongs to your training block, specifically for that goal you set up at first place, to run a sub 4. That's cold. Holy mother, where's the wind coming from now? What's happening? Guys, let's go. Let's heat up. Let's talk about running, training, marathon, sub 4. Let's go. Doing the warm up here. 7 minutes, 20 seconds per K for the next 500 meters. Feeling good now. 10 minutes ago, that wasn't the case. Yes. Very honest about today's motivation for today's long run. Wasn't there until 3 p.m. Then I saw the time and I was like, come on, we have to do it. We have to get it done. Now I'm about to get it done. That actually brings me to, I would say, point number 1. You have to set up your goal, right? But how do you know what goals you want to achieve? What's the reason of running for you? How do you know what you want to achieve? Before you can even answer that question, you have to, believe me, you have to find motivation for yourself first. Yes, this is where everything starts. Your own drive, your own motivation, your own personal, individual reason. You're not asked by somebody, hey, go out running and show me that you can run 10K. You're doing this absolutely because of your own reason. Seriously, I'm just repeating myself here. If you are out there without motivation, probably after your first run, you don't want to lace up anymore. You have to understand that you are the center of your own legacy, of your own journey, right? So keep that in mind. This is point number 1, and this is the most crucial thing that needs to be set up first. Otherwise, that journey, that running adventure won't last long, I'm telling you. The waves are really strong here today. I mean, for this part of Nago Bay. But I love it. It's a good feeling. Yeah, I think no, it doesn't really make sense to go slower than 6 minutes and 40 seconds per K. Trying to keep it up for the next hour and 15 minutes and maybe then have a cool down instead. Yeah, I think that's a good compromise here. Very important. The goals that you think you can achieve, that you set up for yourself, nobody else. Nobody else. Not your family, not your friends, not your running club. The goals that you, only you want to achieve. Those goals can be, quite individual. 2 runs a week, each 5K, or to run 10K at a certain pace, or after 1 week, your weekly mileage should be 50K. Sorry, I just know K, I don't know miles. But at the end, it's the same. Or you maybe want to just participate your local event and just enjoy running together with friends, family. The reason could also be you just want to lose weight. Seriously, that's a good reason. Maybe you just got a girlfriend and she is into running. So you also think, I'm not in shape, maybe I should also start. Maybe. Or your wife is complaining, saying, you're not fit, you're not doing anything, you're just sitting on the couch. But be aware, it's not her pushing you out of the door, it's you at the end. Very important. Any goal that you set up for yourself needs to be of you. Or in my case, the reason why I went out running, because I wanted to enjoy life. I wanted to be more vital. I wanted to increase my life quality in general. Just be healthier. And maybe enjoy life until I get very, very old. And be proud about how that actually started. Looking back one day and saying, hey, I started running when I was 41 years old and now I'm 81. I think that's a good feeling. You can basically just tap your own shoulder and say, well done, well done. We should have done it, run that fast at the beginning. Now I'm at 6 minutes per K. Alright, so steady state, or let's say, tempo session. Not marathon pace though, but pretty close. When it comes to sub 4, we're going to talk about that. Even though it's tougher for me to talk. So, your running goals. Just get one. Come on. If you decide to sign up for any race, you have already a goal in front of you. Yes. After 1 month into running, I think it was midsummer, end of June, I said, wow, look, where's the next marathon? But it has to be like 20 weeks from that point. And it was the Naha Marathon in 2023. And I was like, okay, let's do it. No lottery, pretty well, not cheap, but a good, let's say, investment. Cheaper than the gym. So you go out every day because you already paid the money for the entrance, and of course you want to not finish it, you want to finish it, right? It's your first marathon. That's why you're training for. So in my case, that was the goal. Finish the first marathon. It's not a bucket list kind of thing for me. It's just I would say 50% competitive for myself and 50% saying, could be actually quite fun. Let's do it then. Yeah, and the Naha marathon, as mentioned in my last video, when it comes to hospitality, just incredible. So yeah, basically that was my reason, my goal, and now you have it. Since then I'm moving on and keep winning. Yes, the right portion of motivation. The reason why you want to go out and do this all over again, lacing up your shoes, put a step in front of the other, and then the goal that you have in mind, projecting the future of your own running journey. Yes, very important ingredients here for your running. I changed the mission here for today. Instead of going very easy, low intensity, at a pace of 7 minutes per K, that was the first goal actually of today's run. I ended up being too fast after 2K, 6 minutes and 30 seconds per K. And then after 3K, I noticed I'm still getting faster, but I feel really good. So we're reaching 5K, and I would say let's do the next 5K at marathon pace, 5 minutes and 40 seconds per K. I'm saying marathon pace, but it's actually the pace you need to run to reach your sub 4 time at the end. Yes, and we are going to talk about the sub 4 specifically when it comes to my training. Last year for the Hokkaido marathon, I'm spitting. Last year, Hokkaido marathon 2024, up there in the north of Japan, Sapporo, beautiful place. Pretty hot though. When we crossed the finish line, 29 degrees Celsius, crazy. But yeah, let's put this aside. We had a nice training block during the summer season here. So heat resilience, I would say 100% charged. And then this year specifically for the Berlin Marathon and Chicago Marathon 2025, and also just recently, a week ago, at the Naha Marathon. Crazy stuff. Sounds really bad actually, and I don't really want to show off, but now it feels normal to run sub 4. A year ago that wasn't the case, so I can tell you that really works. 6K, 4 to go at marathon pace, 5 minutes 40 seconds per K. Get your sub 4 marathon dreams done, guys. Come on, I can help you. Even though I'm not a doctor, not a scientist, not a running coach, or anything related to running. We're not talking about athlete here. I'm just a simple guy running. So big disclaimer here, disclosure. but I'm gaining my experience and I'm sharing my experience with you. If you like that content, this episode, my channel, you know what to do. Go for it. If you let's go. Still getting faster. So progression, I would say, heart rate threshold, lactate threshold. Alright, 3k to go, then at that pace. Let's do it. We're feeling good. This little running community here, this channel, today's running vlog, this marathon training, the goals we have for Osaka next year, it's all about we keep it casual, raw and simple. This journey is not my personal achievement, it's our achievement. I will dedicate that to the running world. Possible, it's all possible. $9k mark. So until 10k, the last k should be at a pace of 5 minutes. Okay, at least, or even faster. Let's go. Come on. We're in heart rate zone 5. 180. The heart rate. 4 minutes 50 seconds per k. 500 meters to go until 10k. Let's go. Well, I'm not talking about low intensity anymore if I cannot even do it. Come on. Alright, 10k up, 57 minutes, heart rate crazy, guys. 58 minutes into the run. Okay, I think the next 4k at a pace of 7 minutes per k. Oh, good. Let's go. That was good. Telling you. Nice. I appreciate kids. I really appreciate kids waving and doing stuff outside nowadays, especially. I don't know, generation Alpha. I don't know. I think that pace feels good. 6 minutes 40 seconds per k. Organically, just cool down. Not just cool down, but running at that pace. It's a bit more of a fade out than just like finish it. All right. So I think once we reach an hour and 20 minutes, or 25 minutes, the last 5 minutes then should be actually the cool down. Yes, let's do this then. We had Naha Marathon 2023. This is when I decided to continue my running journey. Then 2 months later, after Naha 2024, mid of February, we had Okinawa City Marathon. Uphill, downhill, crazy. Seriously, I don't know the profile, but my goal was to take it as a training session, to go at a pace of 7 minutes per K, and we almost just in time 5 hours. So, and then 1 week after Okinawa City, we had that Osaka Marathon 2024, basically 2 years ago, let's say. And I was like pumped, you know, my first personal major, big city, my favorite city on this planet. Osaka is an awesome city, seriously. So yeah, Osaka Marathon 2024, amazing. I think gun time, 4 hours, 15 minutes, 16 minutes. The net time, 4 hours and 8 minutes and a few seconds. So actually already pretty close. Of course, obviously, the next step, the next milestone for me to achieve would be sub 4. So I gave myself 5 months, 6 months after Osaka to train for that goal specifically, knowingly that this training here then would be during the summer heat. No doubt, no setbacks, just pure commitment, pure dedication, consistency, patience, and of course be absolutely disciplined. I purchased a training plan via Training Peaks. You probably know it. It's the 80-20 training format, or let's say polarized-ish. That training plan, I think personally tailored for me, and I just followed it as good as I could, and here and then pimped it at 10 minutes, that kind of stuff. 10 minutes to go. Maybe 15, and then the cool down at the end. So yeah, if you want to figure out what we actually did, I honestly ask you to maybe subscribe not only to this channel here and check out specifically the running or training blog. I will link it up, but also follow me on Strava. There you can actually really dive deep into my runs and understand what we did specifically for that sub 4 mission a year and a half ago. And yeah, we did it. 3 hours, 59 minutes, and I think 13 seconds. Yes, we did it. Net time. Let me mention one more thing. On Strava you can count the runs together with me. I always put a number in front of the headline, in front of the title. And now 2.5 years into running, we did 620 runs. So if you divide that by 2.5 years, you roughly get an idea. 5 times a week you go out and do your thing. Commitment, discipline. Be absolutely about it. Just dedicate, let's say, one part of your heart to your new passion, running. Do it. I'm going to talk about 2025 training, the huge major marathon year for me. Alright, let's go. We finished 2024 with the Naha Marathon dilemma, where I was traumatized basically by what happened. Basically pooed myself. That was not fun. Running on an empty stomach for 42k and not able to really get fluid on board for the first k. Just had one gel. I think it was 8k mark, and I had to almost eat backwards. That was not fun, I'm telling you. At the 17k mark, I dropped my pants and tried again to empty my stomach, but nothing came out. Basically just, sorry for the details, hot air. That was not fun at all. However, we made it through, and that was mentally such a big boost. You can imagine, right? And still got a decent time done. 4 hours and 15 minutes net time. That was huge, and basically the opener for the 2025 season. So beautiful. So right after the Naha Marathon, I got 2 emails, one from Berlin and one from Chicago, and both said, welcome, you can run in Berlin and Chicago. That was the best, let's say, Christmas present ever. If you are already, let's say, triggered because of what happened in Naha, and then you get the reward on top, be able to run 2 major marathons, huge stuff. Alright, I will talk about the rest during the cool down. Let's go. Alright, 14k. Just put the body down and just chill for the next 7 minutes at a pace of 7 minutes per k then. So we have 15 at the end. Nice. Whew. So 2025, guys. This year well, let me say that in advance. I don't want to show off. I'm not that type of person. I am able to run 2 major marathons in just 3 weeks in between. The Berlin Marathon this year, September 21st, I think it was, yes. And then the Chicago Marathon, October 12th. What a story. Wow, wow, wow. Thinking about this and watching my medals at home, goosebumps. But yeah, basically it's obvious That's what I mean with showing off. It's obvious. Yes, we could get it done. We did it. Not in Berlin and not in Chicago, I'm telling you. I'm trying to be absolutely honest about it. We achieved the sub 4 time here during the training. Fully committed and absolutely disciplined. Not making any jokes. Just lace up your shoes and get the job done. We started to run New Year and we had 40 weeks time to train for Berlin. The first 20 weeks of that 40 weeks we just did what we wanted to do. Relaxed running, to understand what you're trying to achieve in Berlin, trying to understand what you're trying to achieve in Chicago. The 20 weeks until, let's say, mid of April, all about aerobic base. Without that aerobic base, the training during the hot summer, during the humid summer here in Okinawa, not possible. I'm telling you. Oh, wow. Not possible. I'm honest. The base is very crucial, guys. And I try to constantly run 60, 70k per week, 5 times in a row. That worked. And I had even a marathon set up for myself, running 100 laps on a track and field. Track. That is all part of it. You create your own, let's say, empire, running legacy. Sometimes you go crazy, sometimes you go nuts, sometimes you don't feel like, sometimes you just, do too much even. But regardless of that, you have to lace up your shoes. You have to get it done. Two and a half minutes. The second part of the Berlin and Chicago preparation, the 20 weeks we had, 1 fade in week, 18 core training weeks and 1 recovery week after Berlin, or basically the start of a longer taper for Chicago. That 20-week marathon block, as just mentioned, just go out, just do your job and try to bring it to next level. If there's 1 hour easy scheduled, just go 1 hour and 15 minutes. When you have 10k in front of you, tempo, just add 1k. If you go out for 2 hours long run, do 2 hours 50 minutes. If you have 10 intervals at 10k pace, do 12. If you're just running 5 minutes warm up, the next time you do 6 or 7 minutes, and maybe you will have 70k per week the next week 70 again, maybe you have 75 over next week, so you really get it done. Not only what is prescribed, not only what the schedule is asking you to do, it's what you are doing with it. Of course, if there's an easy run schedule, you should run easy and not like I did today. But yeah, fair enough. I think you have an idea. You get my point. All right, 5 seconds to go. Here we go. Just put it out there. At the end, when you are at the end of your marathon training block, you don't want to tell yourself that you regret that you haven't done enough. You want to be absolutely assured, or sure about, that you did exactly what you should have done, and even more. Not only 100%, maybe 120. Holy mother. Haven't said this for a long time. Recovery heart rate. All good. Okay, let's go over the numbers. And then talking about the third point. Okay, let's go back. We have an hour and 30 minutes. Distance 15.17k. Average pace 5 minutes 55 seconds per k. And burned 1,000, let's say 100 calories. Average heart rate of 160. Nice. You know what? I go home, take a shower and go, and then talk about the third point in the car. I just remembered that I don't really have time. But yeah, third point. Talking about third point. What was it? You maybe remembered. Execution. Get actually the marathon done itself. Come on guys, drive. Here we go. Yes. When your training is done, let's say 18 weeks, of course you need to do the final step. That's what we are going to talk about in a bit, guys. So guys, have to go 20 minutes after the run. We're done with the shower. We're now ready to leave. And my keys. Let's go. Should not forget to talk about what I actually promised to talk about. Yes. Give me a second. Let's go. Come on. Yes. Alright guys. The lights on. Yo, let's talk about point number 3 then. While driving, I'm trying my best. You shouldn't do that, but yeah. All right. I mean, people here in Japan watching TV while driving, so why can I not just record myself? All right. So point number 3, I think it's also very important, but I think it's the less important point of my 3 points here. Alright, just careful. Honestly, you cannot improve when you are the start line. I mean, it's done already. You've done your training, you've done possibly everything you could. You are hopefully injury free and race ready, and just get 42.k, let's say after 20 weeks of training on top. What is it? It's like waiting 2 hours for a cake, take it out of the oven, and then put powdery sugar on top. It's the same. You have already done your job after your marathon training block. This is my point of view, this is my opinion. I think it's the case. It's like that. Of course, you can find adrenaline, endorphins. You can push yourself a bit. You're carried by the crowd, all that kind of thing. The motivation on top, basically, that you made it to the start line. I mean, it's of course a big difference. I would say, for me at least, it is whether to run Berlin or Naha. Let's say Berlin is definitely way more emotional than Naha. So that means you get probably a second per K on top that you can run faster because of that. Just a little bit of a boost, you know? Well, there's actually not really much to talk about when it comes to that execution. All you need to know is just that you are able to do it, that you are capable of doing it, that you want to run a sub 4, be absolutely about it, set yourself up mentally, because physically you are. You just need to think about it, and do it again. Do not let that mission slip away. Right? Your dreams will come true. Guys, basically that's it. I have nothing more to talk. I'm here on the next mission already, and it's pretty dark and you cannot see my face probably. And it's probably also very loud. I'm very, very happy that you hopefully made it until the end of today's episode. We will talk again about sub 4, especially when it comes to this marathon training block, the Osaka marathon training block. February 22nd, the mission will be to run faster than 3 hours and 45 minutes. So again, we have to get it done. We have to. If you're running out there, run safe and enjoy your runs. See you in the next one. Bye bye. I have to pay attention here. Crazy. See ya. Bye.